Music is an art of legacy, and the teaching of music has always been a mentor-to-student relationship, and there's so much knowledge to be passed on, enriching for them, I hope, and certainly enriching for me.
GTCYS is an extracurricular music education program founded in 1972. We have orchestra programs that have weekly rehearsals and concerts, retreats, social activities. Our students represent 250 schools. Right now we have 600 students involved in our 8 school year orchestras. We will award scholarships so that any student can participate. So our students come from all across the region to rehearse once a week.
Accent.
I am the artistic director of GTCYS, the Greater Twin Cities Youth Symphonies. As far as conducting goes, my responsibility is that top-level orchestra, and that's symphony. And this is the orchestra, I think it's fair to say, to which all the kids aspire. This year's symphony has 85 players, and it varies from year to year depending on the quality of the pool of applicants.
Yeah. These little notes are too short. They don't have enough weight, okay? They sound too mamby-pamby. Deem, pom, pom, beam, pom. Give me some weight. 2, 3, 4. And. Accents, please.
GTCYS is unique because we combine full symphony orchestras, which has winds, brass, and percussion in addition to the strings. And that creates a very attractive program because of the repertoire that students might not have an opportunity to learn elsewhere.
Crescendo on the 4th beat. Bum, ba, da. Continue the crescendo on the 4th beat with an accent. Bar 3.
It is my job to challenge them, to educate and enrich and teach music and teach the repertoire and, of course, discipline and teamwork and individual preparation.
Any orchestra can play loud and fast, but the really good ones sustain and can play soft things. And this is where it's a tremendous challenge, right? Most kids cannot do this, but you guys can.
You learn about the creative process, and you learn about patience, you learn cooperation. It's using music to make a really well-rounded, educated person.
Don't change early. Even crescendo. Full value, please.
The very top students learn to play an entire symphony, not just a movement, not just part of it, but really getting the breadth of the entire piece. In the past, we've done Tchaikovsky's 4th Symphony, we've done Shostakovich's 5th Symphony, this year, Dvorak's New World Symphony. That's an important part of their training as musicians.
Do you want us to switch around the chord at the end? Or do you want us to separate it as we did before?
What are you on, D flat? Mm-hmm. Just leave it, leave it. That sounds fine to me. I need a little more of the bottom of this D flat.
One of the things I love most about GTCYS is that they just choose the best repertoire, especially my instruments roll in them. The bass has such a rich sound within these pieces.
3, 4.
I started GTCYS when I was in my sophomore year. It's been incredible. I've been able to be mentored by some of the best musicians in the community. I just get so excited whenever I listen to classical music because being in a symphonic orchestra really makes you understand how exciting each line is and each phrase is, which is what changed my whole view of music. I try to practice for 2 hours a day. Usually if there's a melody going on during the bass line, I'm hearing that in my head. A lot of the times I just like to focus on the bass line because it's one of the best parts of the symphony, but it's really exciting to hear how your part would be able to meld in with the other pieces and how you should work on your phrasing in order to fit with other melodies or counterparts.
Throughout the year, our 8 orchestras perform on average about 25 concerts throughout the community. We also reinstated a very long-standing tradition of international touring. Our 10-day tour to Spain included 3 concerts, performing the music that they love and have learned and worked so hard on.
When we played a concert in Sevilla, the audience was just so enthusiastic. They gave us standing ovations. Our music allowed us to connect with people from entirely different cultures. And it really did change my life.
We're rehearsing now for Friday's concert, where we are at the Ordway prior to SPCO.
Since 2011, GTCYS and the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, the SPCO, have had a very robust partnership, which has provided great access for GTCYS students to the Ordway.
I think the opportunity to play at the Ordway, to play at Orchestra Hall, is unique. And it's a real challenge for the students because the way one has to project, the way one has to sustain is much different.
Before the concert, everyone is just so excited because this is what we've been working for all trimester. I always pay close attention to how the orchestra sounds within that venue because it's so completely different from where we're rehearsing. And that's how I've grown as a musician in GTCYS, is realizing that I really need to pay attention to how the other instruments are shaping the piece. So you really do have to work together to produce the best performance that you possibly can.
Promise me this is the sound you're going to make. Okay, that's the sound we're going to make in an hour from now. Okay, that's the kind of string sound we have to have.
I just can't believe that I get to perform these pieces in these venues with these other talented musicians. And it's just so exciting to be there in that moment.
I love the connection with our students and our families. I've seen our kids grow up in the program and watching that transformation and connecting with others in the community who are as passionate about music education as we are.
I love what I do because I love the music so much, bringing that music to life, and absolutely it does enrich those kids' lives.
GTCYS has been able to foster me not only as a musician, but as a person. And I know that once I leave GTCYS, I'll come away as a more passionate person and also much more knowledgeable and experienced musician.